Well, hello ladies and gentlemen, and a very warm welcome to Ian's Adventures once again in the great outdoors. Please remember to like, share and subscribe. Enjoy the video. And so we're here. Shane's here and all.
Hiya.
He threw his gear together and came with me. It was only yesterday, wasn't it? He decided to go.
Yep.
I think sometimes it's nice to come along with people, especially people who've seen your videos. And I've known Shane a while on Facebook now, so that's good. Shane watches all other people. So here we are, Burbage. Just do a 360. You can see behind us. Over there we've got the wood on Burbage from above that used to look like British Isles and Ireland, but now it looks like British Isles after a nuclear war. So because they've had to rip all the trees out due to disease, and when we used to walk through it you could see all the rotten trees. It was like some out of an old Hansel and Gretel movie, all the dying trees and roots revealed and such like. So now we're walking up the side of Burbage. It's not a route I normally do. I normally walk straight up the path, the middle. I thought nice change. Came up here with Carl, my friend Carl, and I didn't know he was up here before. But I used to come, when I went to Parson House Farm, we used to come climbing up here and bring groups up, running relays, single pitch climbing and abseiling, which is good. We also used to run orienteering courses and such like up here as well. Now if you look right up there, there's a wood on the top of the hill. Now that's an option. Yeah, there we go. That's an option for us. We could also go and stop up there on top of the hill, or we could stop up in what could technically be seen as Ireland, right at the far end, because we might be able to get some wood from the felled trees to build shelters. Or we could stop on here. We've got loads and loads of options up here on Burbage, and it's easily accessible. If you get a bus, if you ain't got a car, you can send a bus to the Fox House and then just walk in, back at Fox House straight over. It's not too far. It's a lovely place, and the added advantage of this is that there's a stream running straight through the bottom. So we use that for water, although I have brought 3 litres of water with me anyway. Right, we're going to go and find a place, and you'll find out where it is when we do, so I'll see you in a minute. Okay, I'm nosing into the place. We're up at the quarry at the minute, and I'm looking at there. If we can get in that little circle there, that'd be quite good, because there's going to be wood there, and if you can see that clearing, there's a possibility of a small fire, as long as it's well controlled. Right, we were considering camping up there, but it's all rotten. So, very, very moist. Moist can be good, but not there. Bugs. So, we're going down there to that clearing. A couple of plastic bags and bits, we can get them shifted out of the way. Some dirty devils have left them. But there's loads and loads of wood here, so we can build a basic shelter wall. And if all goes well, we found some stone. So if you're on moorland like this, let's keep going. It's always better to hang on. That's better. It's always better. You see these trees, I'll come to that in a minute. It's always better to build your fire off at ground, obviously, because then you're not burning into the soil, into the peat, because once this starts burning underground, you've got a nightmare on. Now, we ain't having a big fire. I'll tell you why we're doing it. It's not even for warmth. It's because bugs up here in an environment like this, with rotten trees, damp ground, rotting vegetation, bugs are going to be a nightmare. So what we're going to do, we're going to get a bed of ashes and keep putting greenery on it and stuff, like I did in the cave when I went to Robin Hood's cave. I'll be going back there soon, just to keep the bugs off. But the fire won't even be on the ground, and once we leave, it will be totally extinguished. Plenty of water because we've got a stream running past down at the bottom of the valley there. So this is where we are, and that is our view from here. Now the reason there's so many felled trees, you alright pal? Yeah, sure. I'm sorry that did go on video. Guys, it's behind me. That's funny. He's got an absolutely brilliant sense of humour and that won't bother him. We all fall down. We all fall down, mate. You're stuck. I don't like taking mick out of people, and I'm not. This is all in the best of humour. Well, I can't miss this. He's falling down and he can't get up because he's got his arms stuck in his rucksack. I've got to put that on, mate. That is awesome. You got no holes in your sen?
My arm's twisted on the
He's got his arm twisted in. Well, anybody else would really be rushing off to help him. Do you need help?
Yeah, I don't.
I've got to go and rescue him. See in a bit. Okay guys, that can happen to anybody, I've got to be honest. I would never put it on YouTube which goes derogatory in any way to anybody, but he's got a right wicked sense of humour and he thought that was funny. So I'm there talking about it, he fell down, he got his rucksack snarled totally under 360 and it had lassoed his arm up here. So we laid next to his rucksack with his rucksack strapped like a tourniquet and he couldn't get out. Only way he'd done that on his own, because if he was in an indentation, would be to have cut his rucksack strap off. But you're alright, aren't you, matey?
Yeah. We fell on something soft.
He fell, yeah? Yeah. That was funny, that was funny. Stuff like that's funny. If he'd have hurt himself, it would not have gone on. Right. So what's happened here is there's been a lot of rot in these trees, and there's still rot in them trees. All trees are dying. So they've literally chopped, that used to be a big wood, and they've chopped most of that down. All that one up there has been obliterated. They're into this one now, and you can see all these trees that have been felled. Take a quick nosy up here. I don't want to ponder on this too long, but you can see these. Well, these will make a great firewall, but I don't want to put it on top floor, so we're going to put the stones underneath and then build the fire on the stones and have a firewall at the back. So I'll build some kind of low-level sort of cabin-y shape, because there's lots and lots of logs we can use. Even though they're fairly rotten, some of them have got a bit of oomph behind them. So it's back to the grind, people. I'll update you as things go on, but what we're going to do, we're going to get all that rubbish bagged up and I'm going to carry it off with us, because I don't like that. There's another couple of spots in the woods. If you're going out into the woods, guys, take the rubbish home. Not saying anybody on my YouTube channel does, but pass word on. Right, see you in a minute. Alright, let's have a look how far we've got. We've come on a little bit. So, whoops. I've put some cross members down. There you go. Stuck a couple of pins in at one end. One there. And one there. Done that with my new cloggy stick. So we've got that crossing. Now we're going that way. I've got to fill that all in. So it'll be go all the way across there. So it's actually wider than it looks. Yeah. All the way across there. Now if you look in distance, you see I've also put two posts in. Right, so them posts, like we did in One Woods, go up the back of the tree. They're going to be paracorded. I think that's all we're going to be using, paracord. Paracorded on tops, and then these bigger lumps here are going to be dropped down back to build this wall about this high. And then we're going to put some more wood out there and build a framework, stick a roof on, and then over there is once we've moved all that wood and rubbish, we're going to put the stone down, build a totally solid floor with a wood surround, and we're going to have a little ash fire in there with not hardly any flame, and then we're going to get the greenery from around here and pop it on to keep the midges off, because the midges are quite bad. Chris has been very, just Chris, isn't it? I'm horrendous with names. Shane, God. Chris and Shane. Why is that? It's part of my memory bank. Sorry mate, it's Shane. How do you spell it? It's S-H-A-I-N-E. Because that's a different one, isn't it? My mate was S-H-A-N-E. So Shane's been collecting wood with me and we're building this together. He's going to be building this wall up while I get on with some other jobs, but that's got to be done first. That's his main job, getting this floor down. Now when the floor's down, we're going to be going out and getting all the little sticks, all the little babies, and we're going to be putting them down, and then we're going to get in bracken and put it on top of that, so and make a nice bed, and then obviously we can put his sleeping mats down on that. So this end will be open and that front, but that'll have a wall, this will have a wall, and we have a little smoke fire, so the smoke will just settle inside the shelter once the roof's been put on and keep all the midges away around me now. But Shane's been kind enough to give me some anti-midge wipes to put on my face because they were having a meal of me. Alright, okay, quick update people, here we go. Yeah, got the base built, that's all done, that's going to get covered. It's irregular at the minute, but it'll be covered in tiny sticks, small springy sticks to make it a nice soft bed. And then the wall at the back you can see is now starting to take shape. Across there. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick a post on there and a post, 2 posts there, and we're going to build another wall of that in. If we bother with that wall at all, we'll see. See you in a bit. Okay, so let's show you where we are at a minute. Got a bit of a building site going. We've got this area here, we've built a platform, so now we're insulated from ground. Now it might seem okay at the minute, but tonight when weather drops and temperature drops, this floor is going to become cold because it holds a lot of moisture in the floor. Alright, anybody who's interested in that will notice in the morning you get the dew and the whatever, because that's coming out of the ground, the moisture's coming out of the ground and settling out of the air and out of the ground. Okay, so we've got that down there, so we've got the cross members that way, we've got his bed members that way. In a while we're going to be putting this very small sprucey sticks all over it. We've built a little fire area here with a little bit of a firewall. Inside here there's lots of stone, so the fire's not even on the floor. Alright, and I'm building a little build up of wood either side to make sure any embers aren't going to sort of spit out in all directions. The fire's going to be tiny people, and once it's got some ashes in there it will basically be put out. Alright, so all we do then is get the green stuff and every now and again stick a stick or a couple of sticks on, and what it does, it starts the green stuff to smoke, and that's going to keep all the midges away later. You know, if it gets to about 6-7 o'clock, starts to get dark, the midges come out to feast on us. So that's going to blow through. Now we've got this here, which is trimmed out at one end into a V, so it sits against the tree, and at this end it's jammed into the ground. And that's what Shane's preparing now. He's been and got one. It's been a group effort this, and then he's going to put that one here. And then we're going to use the heavy duty tarp from the top down, so we've got airflow going through, we're protected from the rain, and we'll have the smoke coming through. Then we can start thinking about putting his beds down. Alright, so we've got 2 tarps, 2 large ones. Got my military tarp, and we've got another tarp which I've borrowed Shane, which is going to be put down on top of there, so we've got a nice bed area. Okay, now the one I've got down there is the one I got off Mike Bright. Thank you very much, Mike. It really has come in handy, buddy. Thank you very much. So all we've used as far as non-natural materials is 2 pieces of paracord about that long to tie them 2 posts back there. These have been frameworked in, and I'm not sure if the frame, see, we never know how this is going to go until you start producing it. I don't know if I'm going to framework them down either end or if I'm just going to build a wood stack. Alright, that one over there's got a piece of wood like I did in Wunwell Woods. It's got a piece of wood down the back and these large pieces of wood there. Now I'm going to be leaving a large gap in there so you get a good air flow coming through. It's not midwinter, it will get cold, but we've got Arctic sleeping bags, we're going to be perfectly toasty. And that's it up to now, so you'll get to see that in a bit. Shane's working belting. I'm really glad he's come along, because if I'd been on my own, this would have been half the size, yeah? But because there's 2 people here, I think it's got to be double the size, so you need twice the people. Right, buddy. So it wants to be settled there and then just leant against the tree.
I'm just trying to find out.
That's sound, that's sound.
Is that okay, have I done it?
It's fine, it's fine. We can trim it up later. Right. So we're going to look at this end first. Yeah, so what to do? There. As I said before, I get putting out that. Yeah. And then gets jammed
In.
Like that. Jam there. So that's the weight then is directed down into the ground. Alright, and that's good. What you've done there is brilliant. Alright, so now I'll probably put one cross member across. In fact, I don't think I'm going to bother. That's it. All we need to do is stuff this tarp on.
Right.
Job's a good one, yeah? And what I will do is I'll put a little V in the top of each of them. I'll put a bit of paracord. Not just now, I'll do that later on. If I need to, if the wind gets bad, you just put a piece of paracord on and put a friction knot at the back of the tree. All paracord goes away with us, we take the lot away with us. Alright. So, upward and onward, good fun. And so, Shane's there processing that bit of wood, and that is for the wall going over there. So we've got a wall here, it's only a small wall, and I'll stick a few more branches on that. Another wall that's going from there to there. Then we've got the wall at the back, okay. Then we've got the tarp, that's the heavy duty tarp, the military one. So we've got airflow all the way through, yeah. It's pinned up there and there. The tarp's tied to the tree and the wood, and it's tied to the wood and the ground down there and the other side. Now if you see, on there you can see there's a few branches, okay. Well, that's the way we're going to start building the bed cover up. And it's all coming together, and I think it's looking a bit pretty, isn't it, that Shane?
Yep.
Top marks, mate. He's using the Fisker X5. We'll come back to you when we get a little bit further. Alright, so this is where we are now. Go on, I'll put the screen up so I can see what I'm doing. Don't matter about this, I can edit it. Right, this is where we are now. This is good. You enjoyed yourself, Shane?
Yep, of course.
Good stuff. Brilliant. Right, built a wall across here. There, I've put poles in. I built this one and Shane's put the wall together. So that's it. We've got this firewall. Alright, we've got this I'll show you that in a minute and I'll explain it. We've got the tarp up, alright. Inside here we've got the bed floor done, and I'm gonna take you around quickly, so just bear with me while I unscrew this. Okay. So you've got your little wall here, you've got a wall there, and you've got a wall over there. The fire is going to be tiny and it's going on that big slab. So it's not on the floor, okay, and it's going to be kept in a way that I'm even thinking about putting a little roof area on here if I get bored, and I get bored quite easy. And what that will do is if the little sparks come off, it just kills the sparks off, is the name for it. Diffuser. Yeah. It's a spark diffuser. So it's a good chance once I get bored, and I get bored easy, that I'll be making that. I won't be baking it. That is the baker. He's a master baker. I'm quite impressed. So the back wall's there, and that is the floor. So we'll take a walk around. That's from inside. This is from inside the wood looking back. Left that open on purpose so we can nosy over at top later on tonight, and it gives a good circulation of air. And this is the side where Shane's going to be, and I'm over there just looking after the smoke. So the smoke's going to come back through here and keep the miggers away. Now you see this on here, that's going to be trimmed up so that Shane can hang his bag on that hook. So he's got his bag underneath the shelter, and I will be doing hence the same over there with mine. So we've got his bags inside. Down in that little corner there, I will be building some kind, I'll just be putting logs down and building some kind of little kitchen for myself, and we're going to hopefully build one here for Shane. So we're getting there. Now we've got the main beams, then we've got the cross beams which are heavy duty for us to actually take as weight. Then underneath there you'll see all that small sticks, which takes the emphasis away from these beams on his back, and then we've got a nice thick layer of bracken on top, and in a moment I'm going to go and put a ground sheet on top of that to make it a little bit more of a isolated location. So that's where we are now. Alright, if you look at the devastation on here, anybody might say, oh my god, that's dreadful. What it is it's had to be cut back. The Environmental Agency from Derbyshire Council, whatever, have had to trim it and kill it because it got mould and rot in. So it looks dreadful, but it's proactive, and you can see that these trees are rotting, and not only they're rotting, the wind's giving them now that there's nothing here to support them, and the root systems are dying, because obviously the root systems grow outwards rather than downwards on these former trees, and so they just fall over, the rotten fall over. So we've got loads and loads of wood. So I'll just show you our little shelter from this angle. If we'd been here for a full weekend, I would have put wood all the way up there, and it would have been a total wood shelter. With loads you can do, but end of the day, you know, you build your shelter, but you don't want to spend all your time here. Somebody's had a fire before we got here. I'll just show you on this without boring you too much. It weren't very good, put it that way. So just there was it. We've basically all the rubbish has been bagged into a bag. We're going to carry that out, and all the burnt wood has just been thrown down there to rot away. So that looks a lot better than it did, I can assure you. And Shane's done really well at tidying that up. Shane's little kitchen up there. What's that cooker you've got again? It's a
3-burner, triple burner.
A triple burner. We'll have a look at that later on, shall we? Right guys, see you in a bit. Stay updated and keep watching video if you want to see what's going on. Doo-doo-doo.
Yeah. You forget it's there, don't you?
Yeah. Right guys, I'm in my little kitchen. Alright, do you like it? This is where I'm going to be making my little fire. And I thought I've got my food there. I've got my little pat there with cleaning my knife in a minute. I've got some chocolate bars, vegan chocolate bars. That's nice. Water supply. I've got my neckerchief there and my torch. I've got my fuel. And if you've seen my other videos, you'll have seen this little setup with my triangling. So I'm just going to make myself a nice little cup of coffee. And for now I'll be using that area there to go to cooking. Pop that off. Pop some of, oh, I'm not worried about that for now. And we've got midges already, people, so in a bit I'll be forming a real little fire, and like I did when I was at, what is it, Robin Hood's Cave. You having your dinner yet?
No, yeah? I'm alright at the moment, I'm not as hungry. I had those sandwiches, didn't I? Oh
yeah, yeah. Shane's being intelligent and had sandwiches, unlike me. I think I've brought curry. Curry's on the agenda, but that's later. So that goes there, that goes there, that goes there, that goes there. Right. Can I borrow your lighter again, buddy? Save me having to get my lighter out of my big bag. It's very kind. Ah, thank you. I could actually. Oh, in fact, no, it don't matter. No, I've got an idea. I've got a cunning plan.
Yeah, you stick fuel in there, get a little stick, stick
so
it,
I'm
and
going
then
to
light it
do.
on that.
It's getting game away. I've got a faulty top on this.
Yeah.
Is it done?
It's alright. I've watched Sandy's video, so yeah. I've seen him do it.
Yep. I'll do it. Get that away to a nice safe distance. Children, don't do this at home. In fact, children just don't do it. Yeah. So I'm going to dip that in there. I'm going to go whooshka, whooshka. And we have flame. I'll keep that for later. Right, so that's all on go. I'm going to get my coffee kit out. And I'm going to pour water in there and just make a drink as you do. And this is good, people. Do you know if you're using a military mug? Oh there, watch. I'll show you while I'm here. It goes like that. And that goes like that. Da-da! Come back to you in a minute. While you're, hey, this is good, this. Excuse me, sir, would you push the little red button on the back of the camera?
Of course I will. This one at top?
Yeah. Right, so I've got my cup of coffee. It's all nice and hot. Now, with these metal military mugs, I don't like to get it to a roiling boil quiet when I'm cooking me coffee, because when you come to drink it, it takes ages to cool down because it's quite hot. Yes, there's a fire, mellow out. It's on a stone, surrounded by stones, and I'm here looking after it, right? Now all I'm having this for is to break that down so all these little sticks become a little bed of ashes on there, and I'll be going over there soon and getting some bracken and piling it just over here, and all I've got to do is just drop bracken and wet foliage or damp foliage onto that, produce lots of smoke, so that we've got smoke to get rid of midges, because they are quite bad. There are 9-hour candles there. Thank you to Shane for bringing me a candle. My candles have just got up to my house from Amazon. If anybody's interested in how I got the fire going, I used a lighter. Alright, I don't always go out my way and use a fire steel and stuff. I know how to use a fire steel, and eventually I'll get used to use a bow in order to be able to get fires going, but I can't do that yet. I will do. I was going to try and make a natural bow drill out here, but it's taken a while to make this shelter, and I don't want to come out here all the time and not hell at myself all the time. And I'm coming out to enjoy myself, and also I'll get back to that. That's just a work in process, as well as the fungus and all that, because I've got work and all, and I also need to research for work, and I've got lots of stuff to do. So Shane's up there, and he's got his little camping kitchen up there. He's just had some dinner. We're all right, mate.
Yeah, perfect.
Can you take your thing off and bring that cooker down? Show him. Or is it cooking? Finished. He's going to fetch his cooker down and show you. It's got 3 jets on it. It's very good. It's like 3 cookers in one cooker. And he says if you use it all at once on high speed, it cooks fast, but it uses a lot of gas. Get that bonzer. That's a bonzer, is that? I'll take a photograph later on of that.
Yeah.
Show everybody. You just got it off Amazon or you off eBay? eBay. So there you go. So there, I'm inside this little cocoon here, and I've got my water bottle and all my stuff set up on my little table, and this is inside. I was giving you a sort of a view of what it's like where we are. So look, there you go. Smashing. Nice and relaxing. And once it's burnt down, we've got some ashes. Obviously, like I said, we're going to put some stuff on just to keep midges off. See you in a bit, guys. A decisively large amount of bad weather coming. Lucy's messaged me and told me that it's just hit over there in Rotherham really badly. If you listen, it's just coming to us now. So what we've done, we've dropped it all down. 2 tarps, one there, one there. The entire fire, because the fire is incredibly small, it's not going to bother. So I'll go around and show you where Shane is to start with. In fact, I'll look over here. There you go. So we've got a little slit window, so we can keep an eye on things. And then down there is the fireplace, and it's all under cover. There's feet are sticking out at the end, but that's no matter because we've got waterproof bivvy bags anyway. So everything's inside, and it's good fun, and we're expecting a little bit of bad weather coming over, so see, the fire's out at the minute. I only used it while the midges were there, and they seem to have bogged off for a bit. But it is. So that's how it is, people. There's the rubbish we collected from the other people who were here before us. But that's really coming down now. You'll probably not be able to see it so much, but here we are. It is now officially raining, so I'm going to shoot back in there, and I'll speak to you in a minute. Okay, so we're trying another configuration now. It's good fun, this, because the rain stopped, but it keeps sporadically starting, and I don't really want to be totally enclosed. So what I've done is I've just built that little area there, look, using that tarp just to go over the top of bits and bobs there. That's it, that's all I've done. Just nearly logged me set up again. These big logs on ground, you've got to cross them. There's like a little stream running down there, and you've got to cross them to get over there. Now it's only over there you can get something like network. So I've just been speaking to Lucy. She's reminded me to ask Shane is a, what call it now, is a chef, but he does it, you know, with like bread stuff, whatever, master baker, and she's wanting to know how to make Yorkshire puddings without dairy. We love Yorkshire puddings, but we can't have them because we're vegan. So you walk over there, and these branches, because it's on a hill, they're slanting downwards. That's Lucy now. She's sending me a message to ask him because I keep forgetting. So when you stand on branch, your leg just goes like that and you slip. He's already gone for a Burton early on when we first turned up, and I've nearly gone for a Burton twice. He's nearly done it since. It's only a matter of time over this period. I've shown Shane how to use camera, how to turn it on and record, so if I go for a proper skittle, you can get it on video. Because I wouldn't show anything of somebody else that I wouldn't be willing to show myself. Right, let's have a look. We've got the fire smoking, so it's just smoke. There's not going to be hardly any flame in there because we don't want to have a proper fire, but we'll just keep it midgers off now. Yeah, another one. Lucy can message me where we are, but I can't get messages out, so we're having to walk up. I call it the telephone stump. It's a stump up there where we go up and sit and you can just about get network. Other than that, nothing. But I don't think Shane can get any network, and yet we're not the same network. This is bonkers, really. Right, you see an owl tree there. There's a tree. Is that it? It's there anyway. It's an owl tree. It's like a tree. It's got owl poo on top of it, and they sit on there and they look round for prey. See you in a bit. Hello, one and all. You can't see me perfectly, but you can see me. Right, before it gets too dark, it's food time. Now, we're going to do this in stages. Triangle. I'm going to bang some fluid in there. I'm not going to go through this process. I'm not going to tell you this bit straight away. Luckily I've got a Shane to push start and stop on the old video camera. Do you like how I'm inside this little space? That's wonderful, isn't it? You've been looking forward to this, haven't you, Shane?
Yeah.
Yes, it's absolutely smashing. Right, I keep my food in a dry sack because then I can take all my rubbish home in a dry sack and it's not going to soil everything else in the rucksack. What we got today? Long grain rice. I should have a crowd of people going, ooh, shouldn't I? I've got my curry. I've got my glove stuck. Oh, got some sweeties, I forgot I got them. I love them, the sugar sweets. Ooh, don't let that fall through. There we go. And then I've got some cuppa soups. So it looks like the main meal for today is going to be boiled rice and curry. Alright everybody? So I'll pile these all back in there in my little stash bag. What's in here this time? I know what it is. Keep losing my lighter! Right. So, this stupid top again. Ongoing nightmare. Come on, work for me. Work. Right, we got it, we're on a winner. Right then. Oh. I didn't open it up very far. Right. But we were asking about how to make Yorkshire puddings with our eggs. But Shane's come up with some ideas, but it's stuff that we've tried before. So that's an ongoing struggle. Stick, fluid. Where would I go? No, okay. Stick, fluid, flame, light, burn. Top marks. Right, okay, so we've got a cooking pan. See, we've got one for coffee, one for cooking. I need to get my little grid, which is probably underneath my foot there. Where have I put it? Oh no. My little griddle, it's there. It's there, we're alright, we're safe. You were on standby there, weren't you, mate?
Yeah.
They were moving into action then.
Looking around, see where you might have put it.
Yes, I could have put it anywhere, you know what I'm like. Right. So that goes there. So a little bit of variation on the theme here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour a little bit of water in there because we've got his rice and it's normally boiled rice. Yeah, boiling bag stuff or microwave and all. So I'm going to pop a little bit of water in there and I'm going to pop my rice in with it and try not to burn it. I most probably will. And then I'm going to get... Have I put my spoon back in here? Yes! This is really well organised for me actually. You'll believe how many times I have to stop and start video because I forgot to do this, I forgot to do that. Right then, so I'll pop that through there, so that's nice.
Don't forget your lighters down there.
No, it's there, right, it's there. He's having to remind me now because I'm rubbish. Right, here we go. So we're going to crack that open, put that on there, that can burn away. Right. Rice in. I might as well get it all in. Stash it in. Pushka. Stir that around to get some moisture into it. Because otherwise what happens, people, is that you end up eating your rice and you think it's nice, but then after about 2 days it expands in your stomach and causes mass constipation. And I'd know. I've been that man. What did you have for your dinner? Have you had your dinner yet?
Yeah, I've had meatballs and spaghetti and sausages.
Meatballs, spaghetti and sausages. Top marks. So we're going to leave that to do that, and then I'm going to pour that into that, and then I'm going to stuff all that into that. But we'll work on that one. Would you like to push the red button?
Yep.
It's nice to have assistance, otherwise I'd stand up and knock my trandy over. You've been lucky to see me, I've got a smoke screen. Now you can see the idea behind the midge destroyer. Yeah? And that blows through the tarp and gets rid of all the midges. So this has started to soak in that water now, so I don't end up like trying to go to the toilet for 3 weeks because I've got a big ball of rice in my stomach. Right then. That's nice. Right, so. A bit blind at me. This end. Right, so this is the curry. These are vegan curries I got from Asda. So we just simply do that, and we do that. Oh, it's not gonna, oh, I need to open that up a bit more. So let's do it from the other side, shall we? In a little slightly more professional manner. Here we go. Here it goes. Slobber, slobber, slobber. Slobber, slobber, slob. In it goes. Get in the... You couldn't have this one, mate. It's got beans in.
Oh.
Right, so that's done.
I'll be on toilet for a week.
You would, mate, you would. So that's in there, and I'm going to let that blubble away for a while, as you do. Oh, do you know what smells right nice? Okay, so I'll come back to you in a bit, but you can see why the fire's there now, can't you, people? It's not burning, it's smoking, and it's getting rid of all those midges and flying insects which eat you. Okay, if you want to push that red button, buddy. Right, the fire's kicked into life. It happens every now and again. And then after we let that burn down, then we stick some more other stuff on. Done. All done. Bubbling lovely. My rice is swollen up gorgeous. And all I'm going to do now is put that there, let it cool down a little bit. My other cup goes on. And I get my water in that one, and I make me a cup of coffee. So I hope you've enjoyed the cooking sensation of this particular wild camp. And Shane's going to go off now and make himself a nice cup of coffee and tea, and he might even get himself something to eat later on, won't you?
Yep, not me.
See you in a bit, guys. Have a lovely evening.
Bye bye.
Bye bye. Well, it has to be said that it's nice to be able to eat my dinner and have a cup of soup. It's a tomato cup of soup. And have somebody here to talk to. And I've got my little lantern burning, and we've got a little fire smouldering. Right, my transit triangle's just burning off now. And in all, it's said it's a really, really nice experience. And I do like to come away camping with people sometimes. I'll come with Carl or Richard or such like. And it's just a nice experience. Shane's up there at the minute. Becky, are you making your son a cup of tea?
Yeah.
It rain?
Yeah.
Just started rain. He's making his son a cup of tea at rain. And I'm eating my dinner sat in my tarp. Oh dear. Anyway, if you need to use this space, mate, you can, but it's still in rain out there anyway. Yeah, right, so there we go. I just thought I'd give another heads up. Time's going on now. It's got dark. It seems to get dark really, really quick, doesn't it? Hey, still having a nice time?
Of course I am. If I weren't, I'd be going home.
And he's not going home, so we're all good. Right, see you in a bit, guys. Speak to you later. Bye. For now. Oh, it's gone dark. I wonder why it's gone dark. Weird. Where's it gone dark? No? Weird? Alright. Okay, people. What time is it now, buddy?
I ain't got a clue.
We're gonna... Woo, woo, woo. Sorry.
I don't think it's ghost time.
No, it's not ghost time. There he is, look. we're inside our little shack in his Arctic sleeping bags. He's having a look what time it is.
I've got to switch my phone.
In this ace. This is awesome. We'll get there in a minute. but it's nice. It's cosy and it's nice and warm. And we've got little fire burning all day. Every now and again, it's puffing that smoke through. It's not a proper fire. It's just like loads of ashes with like, you know, wet wood and stuff on.
9:30.
Oh, it's only 9:30. And he got a message or something. It's only 9:30, but it looks from that way you're looking at like we're in a wood cabin. But we're not. It's it ends up there, if you get me, so some horrible could pick his head out top and grab his head. But there you go, that's the basher, that's the wall. Here we are, I'm in my bivvy bag, he's in his bag, whatever it is. And then we've both got Arctic sleeping bags, military. So, we're cushy. I've had a bit of, I ain't had a lot of brandy, I'm not drunk, I've had about, I would say, about 3 small, what do they call them now, them glasses, some small glasses, they have drinks, they have things in.
Small glasses?
Yeah, you have whiskey in.
Oh, canteens.
No, just a glass.
Shot?
Shots. Well, I've had about 4 shots of brandy, so I haven't had a great deal. You've had a bit of whiskey, haven't you?
Yeah.
But it's all good, and it's nice. And so what we're going to do now, we're going to say good night for now, and then we're going to see you in the morning. I've got my head here against my Bergen, and I've got my water canister up there above my head, in case I need a drink at night. Well, I've got my little kitchen to right hand side of me, and that is covered over. So if it does tend to just get us a bit of rain at night, we're alright, we're covered, we're good. But then again, in honesty, I don't really take anything camping which can't get wet anyway, so it don't really bother me either way. Oh, let me show you. There it is. Both little candle lanterns burning away there. Looks very, very idyllic. Oh, we've got a little bit of flame on that one stick. Yeah, but it's just smoky. Let me just show you that wall. There you go. That's all it is.
The one what I helped build.
Yep, look at this. Isn't this great, people, eh? Isn't it lovely? That's my little kitchen area. Yeah. Smashing. But it's been a joint effort, this. It's been really good, really enjoyable. So, hang on. Let's turn you back round again. As famous people once said, it's good night from him and it's good night from me. See you in a bit, guys. See you morning. Good morning, everyone. It is Sunday morning. The time is, what time is it? Oh, I'm going to get my watch out this time. I can't expect him looking at his clock all the time. It is 20 to 8. Slept well. Only got up once at night. Well padded out last time. Got my big jacket on. I slept well. Shane slept well. It was just a good night, really. These sleeping bags are awesome. I'll let you have a look outside, everybody. Just get this done. Here we go. Have you seen a nosy about? Yeah. Shane there with his hood on. Say good morning.
Good morning.
Look, ashes. That's all that we had last night. It just smoked. And it stopped smoking at about 4 o'clock this morning. And that was it. Oh, my 9-hour candle is still burning. Good. So I'm going to get up, make myself a cup of
coffee, crash out a bit, knock all the moisture off me tarp, and think about walking off in a bit. There's no rush. No network here. I think I mentioned that before. No network. But we'll let you have a look round in a bit anyway. Right, see you in a bit.
Hello again, good morning again. Second good morning. Alright. This thing that's shining on my face is sun. I keep saying we don't see much of that. I've come back to show you how a campsite after we've finished, well, almost finished. Shane's just finishing sorting out his bits and bobs. That was a mess. That's where some people have come up with loads of stuff, probably slept overnight and then couldn't be asked to carry all the stuff back in the morning. Yes, I'm wearing this again. I love this hat. Right, so that is the campsite. The only 2 pieces of paracord which are going to be left. In fact, I think we only use 3 pieces of paracord all the time we're here. It's there, and that's there in order to be able to hold that back wall up. So why have I done this? Because then somebody else, if they come camping, can use that shelter and that shelter shape, and they can use that bed, so they don't have to go through rigmarole that we went through to build it. Also, this. So there's nothing non-man-made there. You will also see the fire totally extinguished. Now, there's a funny thing with this. You can see it's a small fire. It's not going anywhere else. It's totally extinguished, and all it was a case of building up a bed of ashes and just putting bits of wood on so there's smoulder during night to create that smoke to keep midges away. Now, a lot of people, when they've had a fire, will just cover it up. If you cover it up, it produces a thermal effect, and that causes your fire to kick off underground as ashes, and then that will spread through the floor. If you leave it like that, and we've just poured all this excess water on it, yeah, the elements will get to it and it'll just die off naturally. It's dead anyway, but it's not going to reignite itself. Alright, we don't want no reignition. Right, that's my rucksack totally packed. If I show you this, that's the rubbish that we're taking away. We're going to take that home with us. That's the rubbish we found. I think I had one rice packet and 1 curry packet. That's been stuffed in there. That's all I had. So I generally try to bring food with me that I don't have to take much rubbish home with me. Right, but I always end up taking other people's rubbish, which is sad. So yes, an interesting location all said and done. Right, ask you again. Have you enjoyed yourself, Shane?
Yep, of course I have.
You've had a great time. It's been really good.
Home yet. If we don't know, if not.
Yeah. So it's been good. So overview. There you go. So whoever comes up next can use that as a sleeping base. The reason we don't like leaving paracord is because animals come along and eat it. That's the main reason. Or get it stuck on the legs of other animals so to get stuck in it. But that's 2 short pieces of paracord and it's halfway up a tree. And it's holding the back of that shelter up for somebody else to use. So I see that's productive. Look around, you don't see anything. Okay. That were bad. You can still see some bits of ash. There was a big, really big circle, like that all burnt out, and it was full of tin cans, bottles, plastic bottles. They just basically dumped it. And it was just because they couldn't be bothered to take it home with them. Never mind, move on. So there you go, he's just packing his stuff up there. And we're going to head off straight down there, straight across the bottom of there, all the way down round the bottom of Burbage, back up to the Red Fox house. Alright, that's the bag. I've brought my mid shelter in case I needed it, but because of that little fire I didn't need it, and I weren't going to sit in there being obnoxious while Shane were outside getting eaten by midges, so I just left it on my bag. That's the ground sheet that we used on the base, just put it over the top of all that lot, and that's my first aid kit, etc, etc, and the rubbish. Right, I'm quite sure that I will see you again before we've finished, just as we're heading out off of Burbage. So anybody, if you're coming up here, please, please, please think about the environment, think about your rubbish, think about what you're doing, and take the rubbish home with you so that other people can enjoy the environment and enjoy the scenery. Because first of all, it's bad for animals, but secondly, it don't look nice, does it? Right guys, it's nice that I can put this on because it's going to keep sun out of my eyes. Right, see you in a bit. Okay, so this is the last insertion for this video. I've personally really enjoyed it, and I know Shane has. It's a place I can go back to as long as nobody totally destroys it and burns it down. It's still got its rubbish. Gandalf's work wonders. For those who don't know me, I ain't got split up the screen, hang on. I've not got Gandalf because I'm on my last legs and I can't walk. I got Gandalf because he's good for helping you across streams, shallow rivers against current, climbing over fences, guiding yourself across uneven ground and slippy logs. Can you think of any other things Gandalf's good for? Oh, for using as a corner post for a tarp, a cross member for a tarp. So there's all these different things that Gandalf's going to come in handy for. So I'm just saying, I think you've enjoyed yourself, haven't you, Shane?
Yeah.
And I'm quite sure we'll be going out camping again, buddy. So there you go, that's the view. What an absolutely belting, glorious place. Squinting because it's sun. Yeah, tops came off, sun's come out, we got warm, nice and simple. It used to be really nice when that was a full wood, but I'll just trim it back obviously because it rot. So I'm going to get off now because there's a group of people walking up. But thank you very much for watching. From me and from
Shane.